Shabbat Shalom, and welcome to 5 Minutes of Torah with a Beth Israel rabbi. This coming Shabbat, we read Parshat Bo. This is the Torah portion in which we read the last 3 of the Aseret Makot of the 10 plagues. According to biblical scholars, each plague became progressively worse, with the 10th being the worst. The penultimate plague, the 9th, was that of Choshech, of darkness. On its surface, it doesn't seem that bad. Why would darkness be the penultimate plague? The Torah tells us that the darkness was so bad that it literally froze people in their places. They were not able to get up out of their seats in order to be able to live their lives. According to the Ramban, the darkness was so thick that it was like a mist that came out of the heavens and extinguished all flames. According to the rabbi, the Italian medieval rabbi known as Forno, the darkness was so thick that if someone lit a fire, it didn't even put a dent in the darkness. For most of us, we don't actually often have an idea of what darkness really is. Living here in an urban environment of Vancouver, we always have light around us. And so when we encounter true darkness, true absence of light, we can begin to understand just how frightening it may be. And yet, metaphorically, I believe that we all go through times of darkness. We all go through times in our lives in which we seem to be suffering from a lack of light. Maybe it's illness, maybe it's a challenge at work, maybe it's a challenge of a perception of the greater world around us. And there is a darkness that hovers over us and around us. And it is dafka, it is precisely at times like that that we need someone in our lives in order to bring a little bit of light into our lives. We here at Congregation Beth Israel have been very lucky to have a rabbi who has been doing that for the last number of years. Rabbi Stein arrived just a few years ago. And at first, Rabbi Stein was our assistant rabbi. But this past summer, he became our associate rabbi as he signed a new 6-year contract. This coming Shabbat, tomorrow, we are going to celebrate that fact. And we're going to celebrate Rabbi Stein. I know that for many of us, he has brought light into our lives when we've had a personal loss, when we've been ill, when we've received a phone call from him at a yahrzeit, or just simply the joy of spending time in his presence. Please come, help us celebrate Rabbi Stein and the fact that he is now our associate rabbi and Rabbi Stein's family, who have blessed us with their presence and will continue to bless us with their presence for many years to come. Shabbat Shalom.